Hey, today we're going to talk about the Sitka Core Lightweight Hoody and the Asio Lightweight Hoody. So both these hoodies, it's your early season stuff made for hot weather. Taking a look at both of these hoodies to see which one really stands out for me as something that's going to add to my arsenal. I chose to look at the Sitka because it's kind of the higher end brand that everybody looks to, owned by Gore-Tex. Higher end stuff. This retails at $129, and you can find this cheaper, different places on sale and stuff. And then you have Asio Gear's lightweight hoodie here. It's about $99, and occasionally they have sales and stuff, and you can get this cheaper as well. Both of these are meant for your hot weather, early season stuff, but there's some things that differentiate them and make them a little bit different. And in this video, we're going to go over the different things that make these garments unique. Okay, I threw on the Sitka Core Lightweight Hoodie. Now, the thing that stands out to me about this right off the bat is overall the weight itself. And this is a next to skin. Both of these are next to skin garments. So the thing that stood out to me was in my hands, the Sitka kind of felt lighter in weight to the Asio, but on I don't know, it doesn't have quite as light of a feeling. It feels good. It does have a slight, I don't know, kind of maybe itchy feeling to it. Maybe it's because it's new, hasn't been washed yet. It does have a zip down here, a zip that goes down, so you do your walk-ins, you can have that open, early season. And it does have a pocket here as well. I know the Asio doesn't have a pocket on it. It does have the thumb loops to it as well. I'm not necessarily a thumb loop guy, but anyway, it's got the thumb loops to it, and it zips up fairly high. If you really want this tight around you for concealment, that's there. As far as how it feels, it's for hot weather. It's about 68, 69 degrees here right now where I'm standing, and this feels to me like a not just an early season hoodie, but it also feels like a base layer. It has that base layer feel, that next to skin kind of a tighter feel. Now I'm wearing a large, and the Asio Gear hoodie is in a large as well. But so this feels not super tight. It's loose down here. It's not super tight to skin or anything like that for a large for me, which is a lot of times the case. But it has a decent feel to it. Now, the hoodie side of things has the built-in face mask, and you can pull that down over, and then pull your hoodie over as well. And of course, that gets tighter to you, and I hope you can hear me okay with that. As you pull your zipper up, it gets tighter to you as well. And the hoodie's not real tight around here at the top of the head. It doesn't have a tight feel to it, but you can have that face mask kind of over you here like this too. Bring it up and not have the full hoodie on. So it's kind of nice. But that goes back behind your head as well, and you can tuck that away. So there you go. So feels pretty good. Like I said, has in the arms has kind of like a itchy feeling, and I hope that goes away once it gets washed. We'll see. But that's it's a polyester garment. It's not like a merino wool or anything. It's a polyester. It's 6.6 ounces. Now Asio doesn't really advertise the weight of their garment, even though I asked. I really didn't get anything back on that. It's got odor control in it, so it has that poly type odor management stuff into it, and I know the Asio has odor control as well, and that's really the gist of it. I mean, that's your base layer. You can kind of check it out. It's pretty thin. I don't know if this shows up on on camera, but it's not see-through thin, so you're not seeing through it. The mask has kind of a see-through to it, kind of mesh. You can breathe through it pretty good. So that's the Sitka. Okay, so here's the Asio, and of course, like I said, this has the Asio Raptor whitetails tree stand hunting camo. It's a much darker camo. This with the Sitka, this is your kind of it's the Optifade subalpine camouflage. It's not their whitetail elevated camo. So if you were looking at a using something you're always going to be a tree stand, they have that available as well. But anyway, the Asio, right off the bat, it doesn't have as much of that itchy feel that the Sitka has. It's pretty smooth on the skin. It feels a little bit looser. It's a little bit looser. It's, like I said, it's a large, just the same as this. It fits me looser than the Sitka did, and it also has the, hope that didn't come out in the microphone too much there, but it also has where you can open up for your walk-in, and the zipper goes up just as high as the Sitka does, about the same. The overall feel of it is actually much more, like, it has a cooler, more breathable feeling to it. So it doesn't feel like as much of a base layer all season garment as the Sitka feels like. I can layer on this and wear it all season. And I'm sure Asio's intent with this and their lightweight stuff is the same thing, but this is also this is your polyester mesh, as it's called, your bird's eye mesh, and so it's a little bit of a different material than what than Sitka's using. So it has that. It's not see-through. It's not like you can push on it and see through the garment at all. Even with my light here a little bit, you can maybe do a little bit, but no different really than the Sitka. So in that case, it's it's very comparable. I do feel this, like, just standing here. Like I said, it's about 68, 69 degrees here, and this I'm in my basement. So this here's feels like it's cooler, but it's also it also fits looser. So it does have a good feel. It does not have the thumb loops that the Sitka has. So it's it doesn't have that if you're into thumb loops. And it has the face mask and stuff here. So let's take a look at that. This is kind of focused on 60 degrees and above. It also has a UPF rating of 50 plus. The mask and everything, the hood seems to come down a little bit farther, but it's also loose like the Sitka. It doesn't really come in tight around your head. There's nothing to pull it tight against here, so it's going to be loose on you. Depends on how far you pull this zipper up. The Sitka is the same way. As you pull it down, the mesh, you can, with the light, you can kind of see through it. So it's very breathable. The Sitka is virtually the same in that regard as far as the mask. In fact, I looked at both of these, and the mask and the hoodie setup are really, really close to being the same. So once again, you can have it down here in the front where you just pull this up, just like the other one, or you can pull this up and get it back out of your way as well, and tuck it inside your hood back here. So take a look at it. Once again, the Asio Gear Lightweight Hoodie feels pretty good for early season. Cool, covers your arms, get all the things you want with a light season garment. Pretty good at $99. A cheaper option than the Sitka by basically $30. So it's not bad. But as I'm standing here, if you're looking at strictly an early season hoodie, this Asio I think is great. If you're looking for something that's early season and maybe can keep you a little warmer on those early season morning sits, and even into the evening, I think that the Sitka is going to last you, do good early season, but it's also going to last you through the season as that base layer as well. This doesn't quite have that feel to me. This feels so much more like a purely hotter weather garment. But I'm going to try it out. We're going to see. I'm going to wear these through the season. I'm going to try them out, and maybe as I wear them through the season, I'll have a different opinion. Both of them have the odor control and stuff, and we'll see how that pans out. And we'll come back and do another video and show what really came out of this actual review. This is just initial thoughts. We'll see what we actually get out of the total review of both these items. I'm not sponsored by either Asio or Sitka. I just had an inkling to try to test out some new gear here in the fall, and this is my start of it, and hopefully you can learn something from what I'm learning from this little shakedown of these two companies. So thanks for watching. Please join the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.